What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the Strength for Your Purpose podcast. Hope you all have had a fantastic week. I know I have, and we are pushing along here, end of October coming up, and wanted to bring back on recurring guests. If you're watching, you're going to recognize one person on the screen right now. That's right. I'm already giving away a little bit of our guests this week. But this is another Iron Legion Strength Co episode of the podcast this week, joined by two incredible people from that community to talk about a pretty incredible event that they have coming up that does really great work for Make-A-Wish Maine and simultaneously does a lot for their clientele. So I don't want to give too much away here, but first let me introduce the guests. Again, one of them you'll recognize here, Andrew Herman, Iron Legion Strength Co. in Scarborough, and his better half, Katie, who is a part of the Iron Legion in Westbrook. Hermans, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, sir.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Thank you both for taking the time to come on. So we're going to primarily, we might talk a little bit of deadlifting today too, because that's, a bit of a part of what we like to talk about here too, is getting the weeds of some of the science of the health and wellness aspect of things. But Operation Change is the event that I've been alluding to here at the start of the podcast. So it's a fantastic event. I'm really excited to be a bit of a part of it this year, but also have been a big supporter of it since I've kind of met you guys and have collaborated with you. So first wanted to talk a little bit about like how this whole thing came about, give us a few specifics of what the event entails. And then we can kind of go from there and give people some details about what's going on with the event this year.
Yeah. So Operation Change, this is what our sixth year?
Yeah.
6 years. So 6 years ago, we started this and we were just kind of, our tagline for the gym is lift heavy, be kind. So we were searching for a way to give back to the community, and we wanted some sort of event to kind of like raise money for a charity or something along those lines. Right. So we formulated this idea, and what it is, it's a deadlift competition and basically like a pseudo powerlifting meet. A lot of our clientele are nervous about the weight room, especially lifting weights in front of people, large crowds, and stuff like that.
Sure.
And a lot of them that would never even attempt a normal powerlifting meet. So what we wanted to do was provide them with a safe environment where they could, experience the fun of a meet, but then be in a safe environment with all their people. And at the same time, we chose a charity that we had a connection to. One of our members is the head of Make-A-Wish Maine,
Okay.
Patty Gallant. And so we have a connection there. And so we just naturally slid in with them. And so we decided to run with Make-A-Wish Maine for our charity. And we've been going 6 years strong ever since.
That's fantastic for a bunch of reasons, but I think combining your two missions is kind of at the core of this for me. That's what stands out the most for me. The fact that everyone at the gym, staff at the gym is so incredibly driven for two reasons. One, trying to raise money for a fantastic organization that does an immense amount to bring peace, happiness, and empowerment to kids and to families that are really going through it, really having a rough patch in their lives, while simultaneously sticking true to your mission of lift heavy, be kind, and empowering your own clientele in a way that just truly aligns with the values and the mission of the gym. With that said, I guess my question is like, why deadlift and not bench or squat? I mean, I love it. I personally love deadlift more than those other two things anyways. But what was behind the idea of using it, using the vehicle of this incredibly empowering event in many ways being the deadlift?
The idea behind the deadlift was a couple things. One, it was out of the three lifts in a powerlifting meet, bench, squat, and deadlift, it's kind of quote unquote, I'm not going to say the easiest to like technique and rules wise get correct. Like with a squat, you have to hit parallel or below. A lot of our clients with tight hips and stuff, and a lot of weight that becomes sometimes unsafe if you're loading the hips with really tight hips. So, and they're not elite power lifters, right? So we don't want to hurt anybody. So that, and then the bench press is just a really tough lift, especially to get heavy with and to be competitive with, to be honest with you. So we chose the deadlift because we found it was an easy lift for people to kind of get the hang of quickly. You could add a considerable amount of weight even as a relative newbie. And, it was a fun lift to see, especially when people got heavy with it. So that was kind of our thought behind it.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. It is a fun, it is a really fun lift for people to get heavy with, and yeah, you can stack some weight on pretty quickly. I think, yeah, it's a compound movement. It's a dynamic movement, but to your point, not as dynamic, especially for the lower body as the squat is. So, yeah, no,
Right.
I think that's a great vehicle. So, Katie, talk to me a little bit about how things have transformed here recently, the past few years, because this event has sort of exponentially grown and grown over the 6 years that you all have done this now. So talk a little bit about sort of the metamorphosis of the event over at least the recent few years, and what that's sort of culminating to at this year's Operation Change.
Sure. Well, I think year one we raised 4,000, just under 5,000,
Yeah,
and
it was
probably
like
only had
4.
like 20 competitors.
Yeah.
Last year was the first year I was actually part of it, and we set a goal of $21,000. And we didn't quite get to that goal until like the week of, and then we were like, all right, let's try to get for $28,000. So we set that as our last goal, and we reached that. We actually made a little over $28,000. We're able to grant 4 wishes to local families and
Wow.
children who are in need. And so this year, Scott was like, "Well, we raised 30,000. Might as well shoot for 50,000." Which at first, I mean,
Raising the bar a little.
yeah, raised it quite a bit. It seemed lofty at first, but hey, we just raised $30,000 as of this past week, and so we've matched last year, which is huge. So
That is
it's exciting. We've got less than 4 weeks to go, and I think we've prepped to maybe 31,000 today. I'd have to check, but we've got less than 20,000 to go. We've already raised more than half, so it's pretty amazing just how much from starting year one, 4,000. Now we're like shooting for 50,000, and also just we're not a big operation, so for us to be doing that for our whole community to come together and local businesses to help us out, it's huge, and it's just amazing to see.
Absolutely. Well, just like going heavy on a deadlift, you can't lift heavy on a deadlift without raising the bar, huh?
Yeah.
That was a terrible joke.
It's been cool for me to see too, because like Katie said, I was here from year one, and we only had 20 people ish lifting and $4,000, which is a good amount of money.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But to go to 60, we're gonna have 60 lifters this year.
Yeah, we sold out in 24
out
hours.
in less than 24 hours.
Wow.
And we're looking at $50,000, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So it's nuts.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, and again, I've already talked a little bit about the community of the gym, and I was originally kind of talking about how invested all of your trainers are, but the people at that gym are like truly your ideal clients. Like they are your clients are all in on the mission of the gym, and this is just such an incredible extension of that is truly meant to help a fantastic organization. So that's fantastic. It's not surprising that as the gym itself has grown in 6 years, you've 10x'd your
Yeah.
almost 10x'd your donation to that fantastic organization, which is great. So
and every penny goes there too. It's
Yeah.
like literally every water bottle we sell there, every spectator ticket, every donation goes right to Make-A-Wish Maine.
Mhm.
So
yeah,
we don't do anything.
awesome. No, that's fantastic. So talk a little bit about what things are going to be like the day of the event. We'll just kind of cover that real quick, and then I definitely want you guys to let people know where people listening to this episode or watching it can donate so that we can hit that goal. Because when people hear this, it'll be like 2.5 weeks
Mhm.
until the event. We should probably say when the event is. So maybe talk a little bit about when the event is and what is kind of going on the day of. I know you just mentioned spectator tickets and all that good stuff.
Do you want to
Yeah. So
talk day of stuff, and I'll
Yeah.
run through like what happens at the event?
yeah, so like the date of the event, first off, is November 11th. We're going to be starting at 9 a.m. We'll have competitors show up a little bit earlier. Spectators can pay ahead of time. They can donate $20 to our fundraising page on the Make-A-Wish website, and that will grant them access to the meet day of. They can also pay at the door. Again, every penny goes to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. All 60 competitors will deadlift. They get 3 attempts to get their top deadlift, I guess, so to speak, try to PR. And we'll go through flights of, I think, 4 or 5 flights of probably 10 to 15 people, depending on how we split it up. But yeah, you go ahead and talk about how it goes day of.
Yeah, so day of, it gets pretty hectic. Like Katie said, it starts at 9. Competitors show up a little bit early. If you have family or friends, you can come early with them too and hang out. It's not a big deal. We like to keep it pretty lax. Like I said, we want to give people the feel of like a legit powerlifting meet, but also make it feel comfortable for people. So we pack the house with spectators. It gets really loud. We have warm up rooms. We have making sure people get stretched out. We usually have a massage therapist. I think you'll be around, PT. So we will have a bunch of people there to help out. We try to make it feel like a legit meet for our competitors, and at the same time make it fun for everybody. So
Yeah. No, fantastic. Yeah, no, excited to be there this year. And hopefully I'm just helping people warm up and I'm not helping anybody not be in pain, but we're there either way. If people have things they got to clear up a little bit before they lift or clear up a little bit after they lift, we are 100% there as a part of that.
Our coaches do a good job getting everybody ready. So
yeah, happy to just be there if needed and be an adjunct to whatever those folks need. Absolutely.
Well, like I said, we treat this like a powerlifting meet. I mean, we have some of our people have been training for this for 10 weeks.
Mhm.
You know, I have people who have been training literally for 10 weeks for this, and so our competitors treat this seriously too. So it's turned into a fun little competition and like a little serious powerlifting meet inside our little community, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. No, like I said, I love just all aspects of this event, from the how invested everyone at that gym is, both the clients, competitors, and all your trainers, right down to what this whole thing stands for, both from a value side to the clientele of your gym, right to the obviously Make-A-Wish, which is just a home run of an organization. So if you're donating your money anywhere, it should be to a place like that, you know. And all that money staying right here at Make-A-Wish Maine is even better. So yeah, just to recap, November 11th, 9 a.m. Iron Legion Strength Co. in Westbrook. And where's the easiest place for people to find a donation link?
So if they go to the Make-A-Wish website and search for Iron Legion Strength Co., they should be able to find us. We can also share the link with you if you want to share it on the podcast, on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Or go to our Facebook page. We've been posting about it a lot. Same with Instagram. You should see like a post like every 4 or 5 posts, and the link's right there. Also, plenty of the coaches and competitors have been sharing their links, so you can pick to donate. There's one of the competitors that you want to sponsor, I guess, so to speak. You can donate to their team fundraiser page as well.
Fantastic. Great. Well, yeah, we'll make sure we share the socials and that link in the show notes as well. So anyone watching or listening should be able to very easily find that and support that cause. Well, Andrew, Katie, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for sharing so much about this incredible event. And can't wait to be a part of it. I really appreciate that opportunity as well.
Yeah, thanks for letting us come on and share, this event with people. It's super cool. If you get the chance to come out, definitely come check it out. We always say it's like our Christmas. It's definitely the best thing that we do all year.
Yeah.
So even if you're just going to come watch, even if you don't have a horse in the race, so to speak, you should come check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I feel like, last year being my first year watching it, it was like nothing I've ever seen or felt before. So it's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love the video you guys have been posting of people like hitting big lifts
Yeah.
Yeah.
from all that. Like you said, 10 weeks of training, people are getting pumped, the fruits of the labor, are right there at this meet. So that's fantastic. Everybody definitely go check that out. Yeah, thank you guys again for your time coming on and sharing about this awesome event, and hope to see everybody at Operation Change on November 11th at Iron Legion Strength Co. in Westbrook for this incredible event.
Yep.
Awesome.
Let's
Thank
do it.
you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great. Thank you both. Thanks everyone for listening out there. We will see you back here next time on the Strength for Your Purpose podcast.